But here's where the fun really begins. We actually drop the Viper down here. We drop the Viper. We don't have to sacrifice anything. It triggers twice because of the virtue of loyalty, or virtue of knowledge, I apologize. This is what I call the perfect situation. They take the 4. They take the 8. Oh my gosh. Are they going to take the 12? Probably not, right? Oh man, GG's. Let's go. All right, guys, we got a really silly list for you today, and it all revolves around one of my favorite cards, Rotten Mouth Viper. If you guys are not familiar, this card is insane. It's got a crazy ETB effect as well as an attack trigger. Both of these effects are the same. It enters with a 1/1, or it enters with a counter on it, and it adds a counter when it attacks as well. And these counters basically represent the fact that the opponent either has to take 4 damage, or they got to sacrifice a permanent or discard a card. It's a very tough decision to make, especially when it, you know, attacks in and out, has 2 counters on it, and it triggers that ability twice. What's great about this card is today we're going to be exploiting it to the absolute max because of things like Frost Cliff Siege, a brand new card that gives all of our creatures 1/0, trample, and haste. So this Viper is going to come in right away, get its token, and then they're going to have to sacrifice or deal 4 damage to their own face, and then we attack immediately, triggering it 2 more times for a total of 12 total damage, or they got to do some serious discarding and sacrificing. What's really cool about the Viper too is that it's an ETB effect and an attack trigger, which means if we have a virtue of knowledge on the field as well, we're going to double up on the ETB effect. So there's a chance that we can trigger this ability 3 times for, what is it, 24 plus damage. I mean, it's insane, guys, and the opponents are going to basically lose the game if we have both the siege, the knowledge on the battlefield, and we drop a Viper. It happened today quite a few times, so I think you're going to enjoy this. Because the Viper can come in the battlefield cheaper too if you sacrifice permanents. We've got some good early game things like Momentum Breaker, which, you know, forces some sacrifice from the opponent, or it discards. It's a great card to have either way. And then Nowhere to Run, great removal spell, gets around the hexproof and all that good stuff. But this is a really good tactic because you can sacrifice these permanents to get the Viper in cheaper later. And because we're running a package of a lot of enchantments here, as you can tell, Entity Tracker really kind of pulled a lot of the weight today on the card draw. It's a really good spell for, you know, casting at instant speed, and then you just start dropping the enchantments and start drawing a lot of cards. Plus we get double the effects on this with the Virtue of Knowledge on the battlefield as well for extra card draw. So the deck was silly. We pulled off some really silly combos today that I think you guys are really going to enjoy. We're going to jump right into it though, and enjoy. Peace. All right, guys, we're back. Our hand looks fantastic. We'll go ahead and keep this one. But yeah, today, guys, we are playing some Viper, which is pretty cool. You know, doing some double Viper stuff. I actually just got done with the game where we went triple Viper on an opponent. It went crazy. We do need a 4th land drop to get down the ill-timed explosion, so we'll keep that on top. All right, they're not really giving me anything to momentum break here. I think I'd rather save that for a creature than to try to maybe force a discard. So let's go ahead and get a tap land down. 5th land drop, probably not that important. I am back at the bottom of diamond, guys. I don't know how to stop myself from going on these horrible little skids that I go on, but I lie. I know exactly how to not do that. Is I need to stop. I gotta stop playing decks and just honing in on something. Like what I normally end up doing is I play a deck list. I get so locked in on what it is I'm trying to do, and like I believe in the concept so strongly, I just can't let it go. I can never let it go when I need to. I absolutely need to start letting things go. But we're gonna go ahead and go 2 for 1 here on the slasher, but it's totally fine because we recovered 2 extra cards while playing these spells, so it's not really like a 2 for 1. We didn't really lose a ton of value there. But yeah, I get locked in these, like I have this landfall, or not landfall, this land destruction deck that I am obsessed with. And I've gotten really close to making it good. And I just can't quite get it where I want it, man. It's not lining up. And it's a big bummer. All right, well, we're off to a fantastic start here. Let's go Momentum Breaker just to get that thing tapped. And set up for a hasty Rotten Mouth Viper. Yeah, you got it. Give all my creatures haste with a little extra kick here. The tracker just going bananas right now. Now, the only other thing I could get here to make this thing go even crazier is a Virtue of Knowledge. That would take us into the next stratosphere. Don't really need it, but would be kind of nice. Just waiting on the opponent here. They're looking at my board like, what the heck are they even trying to do here? Well, you're about to find out, and it's not going to be fun. Freebooter? Okay, I mean, that's a really great sacrifice piece for them for the Viper. And Eaten Alive. All right, we finally end up losing our tracker here. They get a treasure out of the deal, which helps with their mana problems that they're currently having. Do they have another 1 or 2 drop? I think I'm just going to play the Viper right now. Just play it straight up for 6 mana, attack in and see what happens. They could have a 2 mana kill spell though. That's maybe I shouldn't. Strictly because of the fact they could have a 2 mana kill spell, like go for the throat or something. That might be really dumb to throw this in there just to get it taken out. We should probably try to play the tracker again here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could just unlock this too. Actually, just gonna unlock this. That's such a slow play. I really need them to commit more here. I can't really throw out a Viper and justify its survivability against a simple 2 mana instant speed remove spell. I might regret it. I might. They have 5 mana now, so they might even have... Okay, I was thinking maybe the Annex and, you know, creating a demon there, but that's fine too. Let's do this. Clear the field, at least for the time being. Wow, that's not good. That's really bad, actually. I guess we don't really need the tracker, but man, that does stink that we have to get rid of it there. Sheesh. We got flooded out there on that draw. Kind of crazy. All right, let's play this. Maybe we can bait out some removal from the opponent. You never know. All right, here we go. Let's surveil. Is the opponent going to stop me from dealing out 3 damage here? Another furnace, not necessary. Come on, use up a removal spell here. You know you want to. Eat up that treasure, you know, de-ramp them a little bit. And make me feel a lot better about the Rottenmouth Viper. I do have 2 Vipers. I have to remember that, and I have to be a little bit more like available to, you know, toss those out. They use up one of their slashers just to draw some cards. Okay. A lot of sacrifice going on here, which is pretty odd. Not every day you see mono black sacrifice. And of course we get another land. Why would we not? Can I just get a Virtue of Loyalty, make myself, you know, feel better about this whole thing? Alright, I'm going for the Viper, man. I have to. There it is. Ooh, there it is. There it is. Let's see if I play 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm trying to think here. So I could take out both of these with the Momentum Breaker and then double up on its value. But would I be able to follow that up the next turn with the Viper Virtue? Probably. I think so. All right, let's do it. Let's go ahead and get down the Momentum Breaker. Double up its effects. So they lose their Shieldred and their Slasher, meaning I stop, you know, losing life whenever I draw cards here. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I might as well try it, right? Might as well see if we can close it out here. I do have a Virtue next turn, though, which I was hoping to get that down, but you know what? A Viper is good enough here, I think. No removal spell. GG's. GG's. A haste Viper's too much to handle. Yeah, they're gonna have to sacrifice that treasure, discard their hand, or they still take too much damage here. All right, that's got to be it, man. Maybe a sweeper though. A sweeper could be pretty bad. I could just finish it off though with a hasty tracker. You never know. What do they have? They threw away a cut down and they threw away a sweeper of you know, little things, but GG's. Not able to deal with the Viper. Pretty strange deck list right there though. Love it. All right, we just played another one. The opponent, for whatever reason, was kind of ahead on board and they just decided to rope out the rest of the game. So kind of a no game on the last one. Would have been interested to see how it would have gone too. All right, let's go ahead and get this down so we can access our red mana for the Furnace. I think that's the most important spell here, of course. Could be up against an aggressive player. Needing the removal is everything in standard best of one. Removal is kind of king. And we got ourselves a Golgari player. All right, no plays here this turn. I do hope we get a Virtue of Loyalty or Virtue of Knowledge out the top so I can get the Fabled Passage doubled up on. I guess I should have played the Island just in case we did top deck the Virtue of Knowledge. I didn't quite think that 100% all the way through, but opponent here. Okay, so they're doing some Reanimator clearly. Oh, nice. Entity Tracker again for the win, baby. Let's go. Don't really have a good hand for this card though. Momentum Breaker would be really nice right now because I could, you know, at least get the discarding effects going, but I probably would just be helping them out if I'm being honest. So maybe not the right play. I'm a little bit worried because obviously Valgavoth is a serious problem to have to deal with. Momentum Breaker though does get around its ward mechanic, so that Momentum Breaker easily the most important card in our deck at the moment. All right, hopefully this can stick around. Highly doubtful. Here comes the removal. Oh, no removal. And we got the Virtue right on time. Love it. Let's go. Kind of leaving our tracker out here though, just out to dry for a few turns. Probably getting removed, I'm sure. Let's get red and blue. And everybody's always like kind of enthralled by the fact that we can ramp with the Fabled Passage and Virtue of Knowledge. I've always loved that little idea. Found that out a long time ago by accident, and it's been paying dividends ever since. Seed of Hope, that's fine. Now I could bounce some stuff back here. What do they got in the yard? Nothing to reanimate yet, so not worth playing this quite yet. All right, didn't hit a Valgavoth. That's good. I'm a little nervous, man. I feel like we're a little slow here, and the opponent, you know, having 4 mana reanimation is always scary. Hopefully they try to do a removal spell. I'll just bounce it back to my hand. Interesting. A 2/4 Death Touch that says Surveil 2 by just tapping it. I can blow it up, so that's okay. Let's do it. Let's blow it up. Get out of here, dude. And we'll just play this. Get an extra card. Get this back, and then we still have the mana here to also bounce something with this town ain't big enough. I mean, we're kind of cooking. We're kind of cooking. Up against another weird deck, though. Last game we went up against goblins. Standard is so diverse right now, but I mean, my MMR is probably pretty low too, I'm not gonna lie, with all the losses I took before recording this video. Squirming Emergence to bring back, okay, sure. And they hit what? They hit their own Augur back, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards, so that means this does hit. We do get the full value to kill this thing. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and get down the Fabled, or the Virtue of Knowledge, sorry, not the Fable. Virtue of Knowledge. 2 cards. Got the Momentum Breaker. All right, GG's. I really don't see how they can beat us now, because we can play Momentum Breaker and we can continuously bounce it back and forth from our hand to the field. They still haven't found Valgavoth either. I kind of hope they do at this point, because, oh well. All right, they played the Glacier Wood Siege to mill themselves, I'm guessing, which is kind of a, you know, different game plan that most people don't use this for. A 2-mana spell, they touched my cards like they're about to do some removing, but why would you remove the isolation and not the tracker here? Why would you not remove the tracker there? That seems very strange. I mean, I'm not complaining, just curious as to what that was about. All right, we're gonna go ahead and play this first. See if we can get our Viper here. Come on, give me the Viper. No Viper, huh? How about some discarding? There's the Viper. No, we were about to go crazy, man. We had what? 1, 2, 3. I wanted to see this real quick. So I could have gotten the Viper down here. Could have got the Viper down here for 1, 2, 3, and then sacrificed 1, 2, and then probably 3 over here. And then the Viper would have came in, got 2 triggers and an attack step. Oh, they scooped it up though. Man, what a bummer. I really thought we were gonna get to just go crazy with the memes on that last one, but this is fine. Oh, we got the, oh man, we're doing really well here with the top decks. That Fable Passage with the Virtue. Can't be upset about that at all. Nothing for us to kill with the Furnace. Thought for sure we'd have at least a target by now, going second, but... All right, the opponent probably going to try to counter my Virtue here. I hope not, man. That would suck. Nice, it lands. There's no counter spell, no 3 steps ahead. Let's go with, we need another red and probably another blue. Seems good. So we know there's no 3 steps ahead or any counter spell, so we might want to try the Virtue this next turn. Jace is tricky though. Are they going to -2 or just go straight for the 5 here? So we know we're probably up against the Doomsday. Yeah, the demon. Ugh. Well, that's not good. That's not good. All right, we're going to pass the turn. Doomsday Excruciator, I think, is the name of the card. It's the, you know, the 5 black loyalty or whatever. I forget what it is, but it's really good. Hopefully we can get to our game plan before they get to theirs, but our game plan is pretty slow. I'll be the first to admit. Okay, so now we're for sure dropping this first so we can get as much power out of the attack here into the Liliana. Okay, that's solid. Because Liliana cannot be a 2 because it's going to just minus and take out our tracker here. And let's end the turn, and if they want to do some removal, I can bounce. I think I just need to slam the Viper and try to win the game next turn. I have to. As much as I want to play the Virtue first and show you guys like the full proper just nonsense, I'm definitely gonna have to play the Rotten Mouth Viper, because if the Doomsday Excruciator hits, we might just be cooked.
Don't overthink things.
I really feel like this Furnace should be able to hit Planeswalkers. It would be so much better. And it is in fact a kill spell. Do we really care at this point though? Because we're going Viper, I think, next turn, right? Which is going to hit for what, 6, 7 by itself. So they're going to go to 10, and then there's going to be at least 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 more damage worth of triggers to go off of. I don't know. Do we let this go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think that's fine. All right, here we go. Sacrifice 0. Let's see what they want to do with that 4 damage. We know that they've already used up 2 of their kill spells that are probably the only ones that can get us here. Now, we put ourselves in a pretty interesting position though, because if we attack into the opponent's face, they may not sacrifice Liliana. They may go down to the bare minimum here and potentially survive. I haven't quite done the math on it yet. And then they can -2 on the Liliana. So we got to really think about this. So if we attack in, we're for sure doing 7 damage. That's not going to get stopped. So leaves the opponent with what, 6 life? So they just have to discard 1 card and essentially they're still good to go. So I think I have to attack Liliana here. I think I have to. I hate it, but I have to. They keep both their cards. Excruciating, you know, the demon doesn't get the job done at this point because if they play that, I just attack in next turn and I should be able to win the game. That's pretty good. All right, well, that's really, really good because there goes the Viper, right? And if the Viper goes, we can only really win now by attacking in with the entity trackers and our fear of isolations, which is definitely doable. There's a fear. There's a fear. We'll bounce back a land here. Play that out, and we'll get in for 3. All right. Dang, dude, I did not expect the deadly cover up there. Still okay, though. Still okay. I wonder if I did the math on that right, too. Some of you guys might be at home and did the math for me and are screaming. But I'm pretty sure if they would have just discarded 2 cards instead of taking 8 damage, they would have just taken a 7, and then Liliana would have been good to go to minus. All right, well, we got an entity tracker in hand. Let's hope they choose the fear of isolation. They do. Perfect. They screwed up. GG's. GG's. If they would have taken the tracker, they would have won, but they couldn't have known that. It would have been a 50-50 shot there. All right. I mean, GG's, right? It's got the haste. I'm not missing anything here. All right. Not exactly the cleanest game, but Viper still got the job done, man. That was close. All right, opponent going first. I do have Momentum Breaker and a Roaring Furnace. Mana looks a little bit bleak, though. I'm a little nervous that if I keep a 2-lander here, it could bite us in the butt, but I'm going to hope that's not the case. Wish me luck. I'm going to need it. I'm going to need it. All right, we got Leyline of the Void. Oh. That's actually really strange. So we got Leyline of the Void with a Lurker Bat. Does this actually count for their graveyard? If a card would be put into the opponent's graveyard. Okay, that makes sense. I thought it exiled all graveyards. And I was like, wait, wouldn't Orzhov with the bat stuff want the graveyard? But no, I see. I see what we're doing here. I mean, I have no other choice, right? Let's just play this, take care of that bat, because it's got lifelink. They might end up playing something that grows with, you know, gaining life. So let's get rid of it. Obviously, we got to worry about, you know, raise the past. I don't think I can do much about it, though. Okay. As much as I want to get this down first, I can't really afford them to pay the mana to get that back. So I feel like I kind of have to do this. If I miss a land drop here next turn, though, that's going to be a bummer. You got another one, don't you? You got another Zora line, don't you? Not quite. Not quite a Zora line. All right, I'll let that slide because I can just maybe even surprise block it. That'd be kind of nice. A bat, that's cool. No life gain yet. As long as they don't gain life with the Amalia on the field, we're chilling. Sheltered by ghosts. Okay, well. Can't have that. Just can't have that. Can I get a land? No land. Awesome. All right, still gonna try to flash into Entity Tracker. I know Amalia is gonna grow this time, though. No getting around it. Growing twice, though, is a scary thing. Can't have that. Can I please get my Entity Tracker in here, man? I'm under so much pressure here. I gotta constantly answer these threats. Every single creature at this point in standard is like a must answer. Except for maybe these guys, but even these guys are must answers because eventually the opponent's gonna play, you know, something that, you know, needs that life gain. All right, let's see if they got the raise the past here. They would have played it pre-combat, right? Feels like they would have. Is it a land? I hope it's a land. But no, it wouldn't have held that priority stop there, so it could be removal. Please don't be removal. Please don't. Oh, let's go. Beautiful. Here we go. We're gonna go ahead and double up on this. I can't tell you how happy it makes me every time we get this little combo going. All right, so we got red already. We need to get a blue and a black, maybe? Yeah. Blue. And a black. All right, and then we're gonna do this. All right, guys, we're cooking now. We are cooking with some gasoline. I'm gonna go and take out the one that, you know, just passively gains them life, not the one that needs to attack. I got another Fable with another Virtue too. So we went from having serious mana problems to having really good mana problems. Oh no, is it okay? I thought I walked into something like something that, you know, needs an attack trigger to get its removal off. There's a lot of spells like Smite and stuff, you know, they want you to attack. All right, that is an issue. That is certainly an issue. Okay. Let's 1, 2, and then I'm gonna get 2 more lands. So then I can do what? I can do the... This town ain't big enough here and here, and then replay this. Yeah, okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do Fable Passage, Virtue that. Let's go get blue and black again. Okay. We're gonna, this town ain't big enough. Get rid of that token. And then replay this guy. Shutting this nonsense down. Rottenmouth Viper. Okay. Almost there, man. We're almost there. It's getting tough, though. I'm not going to lie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 2. So I could play the Virtue and then get a double Momentum Breaker hit, which is solid. Because it takes care of that one card in their hand and the creature on the field. Cleans everything up nicely here. Oh, never mind. Never mind. That does change things a little bit, doesn't it? Guess we'll play this. Man, I just thought about playing the Virtue now. I should have just done that before I played this, because I could have got 2 cards off of the tracker there instead of just the 1. Bummer, I misplayed that. But I am gonna just wait because we have the full gambit, guys. As long as they didn't top deck and get so lucky by pulling, you know, raise the pass, we win this game by a landslide. It's gonna be hilarious. Okay, it's not raise the pass. For 1 second there, I thought it was. I got a little nervous. All right, we're about to go absolutely insano mode. All right, guys. You know how I like to say we're going nuclear? Well, we're about to go nuclear on another level that you've never seen before. All right, here we go. Entity tracker draws 2. Momentum breaker forces them to sack both, right? But here's where the fun really begins. We actually drop the Viper down here. We drop the Viper. We don't have to sacrifice anything. It triggers twice because of the Virtue of Loyalty, or Virtue of Knowledge, I apologize. So we get 2 triggers with the Rottenmouth Viper, so they have to choose to take either 4, and then they also have to choose to take either 8 or sacrifice permanents. And that's not all. Oh, that's not all. We're gonna attack in right now too because it has haste. This is what I call the perfect situation. They take the 4. They take the 8. Oh my gosh. Are they going to take the 12? Probably not, right? Oh man. GG's. Let's go. That's brutal, man. We just did a 20 plus damage one-shot kill there with a lot more to go. All right, we did exactly what we came here to do, so I'm happy. I'm very happy. All right, the opponent is going first here, and I have just nowhere to run at the moment. I'm hoping that the theater can surveil us into some blue here. Come on, blue lands. Momentum Breaker is a playable card, but I need to find that blue ASAP because, you know, 4 of my playable spells in my hand are blue. There we go. Beautifully done. All right, mono black though. We know it's probably going to be a slasher here on 3 because it always is. We probably hit it with nowhere to run, right? And then I'll probably just overcommit here with the C. Oh, it's not slasher, it's the annex. Probably even worse. Let's see. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get the siege down right away. All right, I need a lot of help here because getting an annex down on turn 3 the way they did is pretty darn good. They get to duress my hand 2 for 1. Wow, that's basically take your pick. You hate to see it. What are they taking here? What are we taking here? This town ain't big enough. All right, well, that makes sense. I thought for sure they'd take like Virtue maybe, but now they're gonna take nowhere to run. Clearly. Ooh, yes, please. Another ramp. Have we ramped every single game with this combination? I think we have. Red. Blue. I don't want to play Fear of Isolation because I'll have to rebounce one of my lands back to my hand or this, and I don't really want to do that. Yeah, I think we're cooked here, guys. Unless we get like Momentum Breaker again off the top. I did throw one away though, so probably not likely that that's going to happen. Yeah, we're cooked. We're cooked. A little bit of a duress problem and a deep cavern bat issue, you know what I mean? A dross. I mean, we're not dead yet, but I guess an ill-timed explosion maybe gets me out of this, but how much damage are we taking here? Because then whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, they lose 2 life. Okay, so it's only when my stuff dies. This is actually pretty interesting. What do we do here? I think we do this. We get 2 triggers with it though. So things are about to get weird here, guys. We're gonna blow you up. We have to. We don't have much of a choice. And then we'll hit you. Oh yeah, we don't get to do 2 of those triggers. Okay, so then we'll do this. What's the plan here for the opponent? They touch their cards like they've got something. I mean, there's nothing I can do though. The more I'm thinking about this, I actually am kind of cooked. I only have 1 more land left, so I can't deal with the Aclazotz, and the Aclazotz is just going to it's not really the attack we're worried about. They're gonna drain us out here on the Annex. So this game is unfortunately over. Nowhere to run. Yeah, GG's. All right. That's a pretty tough loss. I mean, we got dismantled there pretty early on, unable to come back. But we're doing good. We're doing good. All right, let's try to end this one strong. I get to go first with a pretty good hand. Pretty good. I got the nowhere to run. I've got the Fear of Isolation, so anything aggro, we're looking pretty spicy. It's not aggro, but again, we get the Virtue of Knowledge and the Fabled Passage hit. How many times have we gotten that? I feel like every game almost. All right, so we're definitely going to blow that up. You are not touching my cards. No, thank you. All right, go ahead and take a look all you want. You're not going to understand a thing that's going on until it happens, which is the beautiful part about most of our builds. All right, let's do a Fabled Passage, crack it, and Virtue. All right, so we're going to need some red, maybe, or yeah, we'll need a red and a blue, I think. That's the most of the spells we have here. All right, give me a land so I can just Virtue next turn and then go crazy. Liliana. Okay, that's a problem.
Nobody knows Dominaria's shadows.
Liliana's a pretty big problem, actually. This town ain't big enough? I don't know. I don't know, Miss Liliana. It just feels like I could attack into Liliana with the fear. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Okay, that's what we needed. That's what we needed. And this is why I kept the cards that I did. Hopefully to hit that land. And then we hit Liliana for the 3. It's the best we've got. When it comes to planeswalkers, we're not super well equipped to deal with them. But that was good enough, I think. You know, obviously they plus it. That's fine. We'll attack into it again next turn and take it out. Assuming they don't have a kill spell here. Nowhere to Run's actually not that good of a card in this matchup. We took out probably the 1 creature, maybe the Slasher, the only 2 that I could take out. Shieldred and all the other demons are too big. GG's, right? GG's. Assuming they don't discard my Viper, this is GG's. Oh, it's just gonna be too good, man. Double Viper plus the haste. Let's go. It's a Dross. We can live with the Dross. We can live with the Dross. All right, let's go crazy. Let's go absolutely crazy. Yeah. Get your Dross hit. Whatever. All right, we're going to deal a lot of damage to you, my friend. How about 4? Are you taking 4? Or are we discarding? We taking 4? Or we discarding? They take 4. How about we taking 8? We taking 8? Oh, we're taking 8. How about 12? You taking 12? I don't think so. I don't think so. You're taking another 7 guaranteed. That's for sure. Unless you block, of course, and then discard 2 cards. But that's pretty good value for us. Discarding 3. I forgot 3, not 2. You love to see it. You love to see it, man. Talk about a big swing here. An absolutely huge swing. Opponent with only 2 cards left in hand. We got him to discard. Just a bunch of crud. Liliana's annoying.
This is my home, and I don't appreciate it when you won't be.
Liliana's annoying. All right, they take 2 from that. They're about to bleed themselves out here. You know what? You know what? I like it. I like it. Couldn't ask for a much better hit than that. Double with the Virtue is just so good. And dealing 3 damage here, I mean, that would force them into a situation where they have to play the demon, but then they're just gonna -2 and take out my tracker, which I really need.
The wrong necromancer.
Let them create their demon. I don't really care. Oh, it's a Shieldred.
Don't overthink things.
Don't really need to bounce anything here, do I? All right, here we go. Should we do it again? Shall we do it again? Why not, man? Why not? Let's go. All right. You taking 4? I didn't think so. All right, Annex is gone. Are you taking 8? Well, there goes Liliana, and then we attack in. Are you taking 12? Probably not, right? GG's to the opponent, man. I mean, we just absolutely destroyed them with that Viper. The Viper just basically deleted their entire board state. That's so sick, man. That's so sick.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Fizzy, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man. Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap.